motion not to be outdone for attorneys not to speak to the media as the case moves forward. And here to chat with us, we have the attorney for Yak Gotti, Doug Weinstein. You are so good to come on with us. And I want to ask you, why is it that this motion is filed for a mistrial yesterday? And what makes it novel?
What's up? What's up? What's up with your YouTube? It's back. You got Young Stan better known as Concession Stand, owner at Just Fam Entertainment. It's been a minute. I'm glad to be able to be back with you all, guys. Y'all have been turning me up. I have been getting some good inboxes and some things, some good news. I like the people that's on board. It's been good. I wanted to bring y'all some hot information, some breaking news in the Young Thug trial. You know, it's been a back and forward. It's been back and forward for a little bit. Where at first I did break it and gave y'all some video footage of at first the other day where the prosecutors had to get together, the new judge, with all the defense attorneys and everybody was in there, and they talked, you know, and they were trying to talk about the motions that's going to be coming up. Is it going to be motions filed? They want them to get along, start talking to one another and different things like that. She was demanding her court. So it says some motions have been filed from the prosecutors, the DA, and the district attorney, Miss Love, and she wants to keep all of this, the defense attorneys from doing YouTube videos and talking about the case and different things like that. She don't want nobody talking nothing to set up things for a mistrial. She don't want them no communication, no nothing. So it's like an all-out battle right now. Brian Steele's not playing. We still have a couple of emotions that we haven't heard from Brian Steele, which is some stuff that I'm working behind the scenes to be able to get. Like I said, breaking news in the Young Thug trial. So what we gonna do? Shout out for lead attorney for this video. Lead attorney, a guy that I do follow and I study and I watch. Lead attorney, right on every time. Lead attorney breaks some things down to you all. That I'm gonna stop interviewing in a little bit of it, but lead attorney, he breaks some things down. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna let lead attorney get right into it. But like I said, this trial at least gonna go about another year. I think so. So I'm gonna give y'all much footage y'all need. I'm tracking footage down. I'm gonna get the best footage and trying to get some breaking news. So I like for y'all to be able to tune in and continue to keep tuning in and stay in for the towards the middle of the video, because I want to be able to tell all the subscribers that have followed so far. I got some in store, you know, that's gonna be good. So I am on my way to try to reach 500 subscribers. I'm pushing hard right now. I'm at almost at 100, so we trying to push hard. I might want to set the goal for 250, but then I want to try to go and push for 500 subscribers. So let me get right into this video, and I ain't gonna hold you all no longer.
Lead attorney here. Hope you guys are doing well, man. Listen. Oh, we up in here. What's today? I'm struggle streaming already. Is it a Friday?
And like I said, y'all make sure y'all go follow lead attorney. You know, he be breaking down these cases, and then he be getting straight into it. He gets straight into it. So let's get into it.
What damn about 7:25 in the PM at night? Lloviendo muchísimo. Una tormenta cayendo. Todo. Agua. Lanchas. Pez. Like, I don't know. Situation. Breaking rank. I found a black woman that was voting for Trump. Okay, she She breaking from the sisterhood. But this is interesting. It's me, Riri. You know she. So you already, it appears. I did not know that Harris had such support from the black women. Here's somebody. All right, I dated a Zeta for 5 years. 5 years.
Just get into it, Lee.
He'll be in jail for 3 years. And is he going to win the case? Yeah. But shit, the
back a little bit. He basically talked about thugs
in the great state of Georgia. Go Dogs.
Let's go.
Unlike other states, for purposes of pretrial bond analysis, the presumption of innocence remains with the person accused of an offense, even a capital offense, from arrest and even during trial. So what is he saying? He's saying Young Thug is innocent. King Slime has not been convicted of anything. That means prior to and during trial, courts view the criminally accused to be innocent of the charges waged against him. It has been written, and guys, I don't even want to put too much on it, but god damn, there is no one in the nation that feels like the state is going to win this case. There is no one in the nation who feels that the state has proven anything beyond a reasonable doubt. Let's assume this case ends in 6 months. Let's assume that it ends in January, February. That would mean that Young Thug has spent 2 years, 3 years. 3 years in jail. Is he gonna now? This is the bad part about criminal law, because even when you win, you lose. Mm-hmm. He's gonna win this case. Come on now. Put win if you think Young Thug is gonna win. Put lose if you think Young Thug is gonna lose. But come on.
I mean, what's y'all opinion? What y'all think? What y'all think, win or lose? Because like in the situation I'm in, I'm pushing more for the mistrial. I'm still standing there when Judge Glenville allowed secret exploitation meeting. When Judge Glenville allowed the secret exploitation meeting, that's what I'm still stuck at. And what makes me be still stuck on that is I'm pushing for a mistrial right there. If I was a lawyer, I'd be pushing for a mistrial. That can't happen. That can't happen. So we know he's gonna win, but it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be about a year.
Some of y'all, and Young Thug is blessed in many senses of the word, but if he wins, the 3 years of his life are gone. If he wins, the millions of dollars that he has paid, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, who knows?
And see, think about it. Just think about this. You got to be accused of something that you don't really just I mean, what they bringing against you, that's not you. You know that you created a rap group or a rap label, because a lot of these people out here are creating rap labels. Just like me for Just Fair Entertainment, JFE. That don't mean it's a game. That's a rap label, a recording label, and you have to take on fighting the district attorney because they want to RICO you. They want to RICO you. You spend $5-6 million just to fight that. Then you got 3 years of your life you've been fighting away from the streets. Like, think about it. It takes a toll.
Let's say $5 million gone. When he wins and the jury says not guilty, does he get a refund of the $5 million? Does he get a refund of the 3 years? And that's Young Thug. A lot of y'all,
Yeah.
man, y'all will get arrested, lose your job, sometimes lose your woman. You gotta pay 50,000 in attorney's fees, 70,000 in attorney's fees. You're taking out loans, pawning your car, pawning your PS5.
Mm.
You use your life savings to get out of a case. And when you're found not guilty, you had to pay to Brian $5 million that he lost from not doing shows, $10 million specifically explain why no bond could be set so our higher courts can evaluate whether there was a flagrant abuse of discretion when reaching that decision. When considering bond, alleged guilt is extraneous, is completely irrelevant, and not considered for bond analysis, as supposed guilt has no place in the bail proceeding since King Slime is presumed innocent. Our highest court explained in a bond hearing, Mr. Williams bears the initial burden of producing evidence that, one, he would not pose a significant risk to flee the jurisdiction and would return to court when required. Two, not be a significant threat or danger to the community or any person or property in the community. Three, not be a significant risk to commit a felony on bond. And four, not be a significant risk to intimidate witnesses or otherwise obstruct the administration of justice. So what is Brian Steele doing right here? He's giving you the four factors that the court would need to consider whether or not to give King Slime a bond. So we're gonna say you guys are the judge. Y'all are the judge, all right? And these are the factors, and we're gonna go one by one. And I want you to say bond or no bond based on these individual considerations. Now, first of all, what's the first consideration? Not pose a significant risk to flee the jurisdiction and would return to court when required. What do y'all think? Does this support a bond or no bond? Is he going to flee? That's the first thing. You need to show up for court.
I mean, what would make him flee? In this case, like, what would make him flee? I mean, what's the run? Why would you run? Run is showing a sign of guilt. Standing up, being on time, showing up to court, show you ready to fight because look, hey, y'all got me in the wrong. But at the same time, you got to look at it. The judge should, off the muscle, give him a bond. Look what he'd been through. We can see that it's not justice. That's not justice. Like it's not. They say you guilty to you innocent to proven guilty. I mean, it don't seem like that. It don't seem like he getting a fair trial. If you have a judge that's being biased, acting biased, being one-sided, I mean, what would make you think that a person could get a fair trial? Don't no one want to sit 3 years of their life and just let it go down the drain fighting. Just have to fight trial, which you don't have no choice. But who wants to go through that? I put myself in Young Thug's shoes. If you got me to the wrong, you got me to the wrong. Don't try to make it be wrong when I've been doing right. Don't try to make it be wrong when I have been doing right. Don't try to rewrite my rights. You know, don't try to make my wrongs be what you want them to be. Other words, don't go digging in the sea when there's nothing there to be digging. You know, why would you want to mess up that beautiful scenery when I've been doing right? You know, so I think a bond should be granted. Like, who gonna flee? Why would he flee? If anything, gonna run up some money. Get out and run them some money up.
And you know, you need to show up every day.
I think he would if
Do you
he's in
think
Georgia. I think he would show up.
You think he would show up every single day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll give him that. We will give him that being nice.
I think he would show up, but I think he would oversleep sometimes. We'll go and get him. Like, oh shit, what time is it? The judge said 8:45. He could have gotten away with it with Glanville.
You can't do that with. You cannot do that with Whitaker.
No,
8:45.
I have just represented too many young thugs. Not young thug on that level, but literal young thugs, and they will oversleep a damn hearing or motion. They will. They will. That liquor get in them. That yak. Shit, the weed hit them. So, you know, but we gonna get to him. Where is he gonna go? Everybody can recognize him. So it's not like, I'm gonna go to Arkansas. I'm gonna hide out in Alabama. Nigga, they know you in Alabama. So I agree with you. I don't think he's gonna flee. Phones of the killers. And who rented the car? Allegedly. That the killers were in. Who rented that car? And whose cell phone was intermingled with, mixed in with, among, betwixt all of the other phones of the killers. So is Young Thug, is he a significant threat or danger to the community?
That is a blanket statement, though.
I mean, that's a like that statement. Like it is like how we don't have no history of Young Thug being like that. What the people have in their mind right now of Thug is what the district attorney have painted in people's heads. And we also see what the district attorney have had secret ex parte meetings. We see where they have been meeting with Mr. Woody without proper reputation, and at the same time not having the defense to be able to be present. So how is this person a threat to society? Last time I checked, they never said that the Young Thug ain't never said he killed nobody. Mr. Wood have said it on stand. He admitted on stand. It said it right there. I'm not saying it. He said it. So if it said it, just think about it. If Woody is out here active, walking on the street, getting his money for interviews, doing what he got to do, and he's not a threat to society, and he say he killing people, he kill people, what make Young Thug would be a person that's a threat to society? When y'all have allowed a person immunity and walk the world scot-free after this person have told you that he killed somebody. Think about it. Let that sink in.
It's like an umbrella. There's a lot that fits under there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So put yes if you're like, man, he is a little bit of a danger. Put no, like he didn't shoot nobody. Who did he shoot? Who did he shoot? I want to see the fingerprints. Show me the fingerprints on the Glock. Show me the fingerprints on the AR-15. Any fingerprints? Was there any gun rest?
That's the only way you can solve a case. The only way you can solve a case is by showing evidence. You have to have solid evidence. If you don't have solid evidence of what you're accusing the person of, it's not possible. It's not believable. Now you can tank a jury. You can tank a jury to make and persuade a jury to think that is what is not expected to be. You can tank a jury, but at the same time, that don't mean that you are right. People have kids, a career that they are trying to achieve after standards that they have set for themselves. Just because a person look one way, that don't mean you can judge them as that way. Just because what you feel about a person don't mean that what you got to accuse them of or come up with the assumption that they're what they are.
To do on his hands. Any DNA anywhere. Show me the DNA on the weapon. Show me video of him busting a nut. Jesus. Show me a video of Young Thug busting nut. You can't show it. No face, no case. You know, King Slime was not in that car.
The DNA can't show nothing. So they have none.
You cannot say that King Slime busted nut. You can't prove it.
But they can't prove it, like you said.
You know, you might have to give him a bond on that one. All right. What's the next one? Not be a significant risk to commit a felony while on bond. Again, what felony has he done?
The only way you could be not to be a significant risk to be a felon while you're on bond or to commit a felony while you're on bond, you have to have some type of history of that. If you have no type of history of that, then that don't qualify for you. That's just like if you went to apply for a job somewhere and they tell you that you got to have experience of this. We require 5 years of experience. If you don't have 5 years of experience, what do they tell you? You do not qualify for the position. In this case, he don't have no history of this. So, in other words, give him a bond.
Thus far. Right? So maybe you have to give him out on that one. And then lastly, not be a significant risk to intimidate witnesses or otherwise obstruct the administration of justice. Yeah, now he's not going to intimidate witnesses. And if we're honest, guys, you know what there are in the jails? Cockroaches, yes. Rats, yes. There are also telephones. There are telephones at the jail. In fact, I believe, I have no reason to believe this, but I believe King Slime has a cell phone in his cell. All right, he has a cell phone.
Allegedly. That's what he believes. We're not saying that Young Thug have no cell phone and no cell. This is allegedly what he's saying. This is what he thinks. Everybody entitled to their own opinion. We not. I mean, you can't say he have one. We don't know if he have one. This is only alleged. But at the same time, you know, from my cosplay, a lot of people have had cell phones. You know, so
in the cell. Could he make a call and intimidate little Woody? Yes. Could he make a call and have somebody intimidate someone else? Yes. He can make a phone call. Has he done it? No, there's been no allegations of him.
The point is, Lee, I agree with you, my brother. We stay on the same side, and it's the same thing. At the same time, you're right. Like, you don't have to call nobody to intimidate nobody. They saying they had to have a phone to intimidate. You don't have, like, you can intimidate a person just off who you are. They could be intimidated by you. So to say that a phone call will make a person, you know, you could use this to intimidate, they could be done in jail. It could be done by people that a person previously could know. So the requirement what they have on here do not fit Young Thug, basically. In other words, just give him a bond. Just give him a bond. We're gonna share a little bit more of this, and then we're gonna switch scenes a little bit more because I got some breaking news, and it's about to come, but it's about to give y'all this breaking news.
Intimidating. Now there was a little thing with the whole Woody thing and all, pleading the fifth and the immunity because I'm intimidated.
No, I was doing a compilation today, and I asked them what they wanted to see, and they said they wanted the best of Brian Steele. They wanted Steele moments for the year, and I was really digging earlier, and there was a.
I'm with Brian Steele too. I mean, I think Brian Steele is a damn good attorney. He's a damn good attorney. Young Thug getting his money worth. He's fighting for him. You got an attorney willing to get locked up with you and sit and be right in the same cell with you. Because at the end of the day, he know that this attorney is wrong.
Hearing about a year ago where Brian Steele and Glanville were like going at it, screaming match. And it was really surrounded around Young Thug having access to Brian Steele, and Glanville was in the prosecution was just like, well, he had posted something on his Twitter account. What's that swimmer guy's name?
Michael Phelps.
Yes. He's just like, how did you post that, Young Thug? Whose account did that come from? It came from his account, but he was trying to argue that someone else controls that account. But the state was pissed off because they're like, how are we supposed to do this trial if stuff is being posted from?
And see, the thing is, some of these music artists don't control their account. Other people control. And sometimes you can tell people don't put this or don't share this or don't share that, they still end up doing it. Because people ain't loyal nowadays. Now it's different if this access this person has is different, but in this case, he don't have no control of it. There's people that's trying to keep his name alive and keep it pushing because the attorney is trying to take it down, along with Judge Chief, they say Glanville.
His account that we're not aware of, and there was a whole discussion around communication between the attorney.
All right. And so I've done so many of these bond hearings, and in bond hearings, when you want to show that someone is not a flight risk, what do you show? You show that they have ties to the community. That's the first thing. So, where were you born? Where are you from? If I go to New York, he got a meal. Mr. Williams is currently gainfully employed. How is he gainfully employed? And he's been in prison for 2 years. Jail.
I think they're still making money from his stuff.
Yeah, but if they're making money, if I'm locked.
Oh, you best believe he making money. Oh, you best believe everything's still going forward because people still support it because we see. You got to look at it, Lee. You got to look at it, everyone. You got to look at it, just fan followers. You got to look at it. We know the district attorney and how they operate. We see them. We see that it goes like that. If you're doing wrong in the community and in the streets and in the world, that's what's going to follow you, and we're going to deal with you as such. But if you're doing right, we see when you're doing right. We see when people trying to do wrong for you. We see the district attorney doing what they're supposed to do. We see them trying to bring up loopholes and make lies against you. We see it's a flaw. We see this.
Locked up and people are watching my YouTube videos. Am I employed?
Are you still a business owner?
I own the business, but is that employed? If you own a business, why is he always getting arrested? I'm trying to show in 200 times he's shown up for court, but you're saying that he's had court 200 times. So
do it like, it's crazy. It's crazy, Lee. That's something we think about. I'm gonna get on to this breaking news. There was breaking news that the Young Thug attorney Brian Steele, he filed, for motion for a bond, and he presented a lot of stuff, to the court to try to get his client a bond, and none of the stuff that they saying that a person can't get a bond, it don't attain to Young Thug YSL. So grant the man a bond. So let's get on into this. Let's go a little further.
We had really no choice but.
Back to Law and Crime. We're going to now pivot our cameras to the latest updates in the trial of Jeffrey Young Thug Williams and his co-defendants who are charged under the Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organization Act, also known as RICO. Prosecutors say rapper Young Thug is part of a criminal street gang known as Young Slime Life, or YSL, and that it's responsible for violent crimes in the Atlanta area ranging from theft to murder. But defense attorneys say their clients are not part of a criminal street gang, and YSL stands for rappers record label known as Young Stoner Life. Now, as you know, this case has been running for about 19 months now, and we have seen many changes in the courtroom. In case you missed it, the case now has a new presiding judge, Judge Paige Reese Whitaker. The first judge on this case, Gerald Glanville, was recused after his handling of an ex parte meeting with prosecutors and their key witness, Kenneth Copeland. And the second judge, Akira Ingram, recused herself because of conflicts of interest. As Judge Whitaker gets acquainted with the case, attorneys were asked to file any pending motions so that when they reconvene next week, the judge will make rulings. And yesterday, a motion for mistrial was filed by defense attorney Doug Weinstein, the lawyer for Diamante Kendrick, a.k.a. Yak Gotti. In the motion, Mr. Weinstein accused the Fulton County prosecutors of intentionally triggering a mistrial to what the defense said is a losing case. This all goes back to a secret meeting that prosecutors had with their key witness, Kenneth Copeland, and former Judge Gerald Glanville. Yesterday, the prosecution also filed a motion not to be outdone for attorneys not to speak to the media as the case moves forward. And here to chat with us, we have the attorney for Yak Gotti, Doug Weinstein. You are so good to come on with us, and I want to ask you, motion is filed yesterday, and what makes it novel?
Well, we had really but to file for it.
Ask you, why is it that this motion is filed for a mistrial yesterday, and what makes it novel?
Well, we had really no choice but to file for a mistrial. In this case, the prosecution definitely goaded us into this. They asked the judge for that meeting, that ex parte secret meeting, worked with the judge to keep it completely secret so that we didn't know about it. We were fortunate enough to find out about it. At that meeting, the judge and the state coerced Kenneth Copeland into changing from his decision to not testify into testifying. So there are any number of errors that happen that violate Mr. Kendrick's due process rights, his rights to a fair trial. So we had... Look, we're winning this case, but we had no choice but to file a motion for mistrial.
So you sort of answered my next question, which how the ex parte meeting impacted the progress. But in terms of not only impacting the progress, how do you...
So he acting on it. They not waiting. They not waiting at all, y'all. They pushing for a mistrial. Because we like it's basically, if you look at it, we see what's going on. We see it. So if we see it, why not act forward? We ain't suiting up for the rest of the trial. We suiting up for a mistrial based off the action y'all have committed.
Go back with a new judge and undo the issues that were created by the ex parte meeting with the judge meeting with Kenneth Copeland and the prosecutor alone, and then trying to put one of your co-counsels in jail.
You know, there is a lot that has to be undone, and it's just not doable. And let me just give you one example. When I filed the motion to recuse Judge Glanville on June the 12th, at that time, Judge Glanville should have stopped all proceedings in the case. Sorry about this truck going by. And referred the motion out to another judge to make a decision on that. He failed to do that. Instead, he continued to to have testimony presented to this jury. Kenneth Copeland talked on the stand to this jury, testified for 4 days. And now, according to the law, we have.
He testified for 4 straight days. 4 straight days since he filed that motion. So if I filed that motion to recuse and all this, and it's still you denied it and didn't want to hear it, so and then now it get referred to somebody else and they grant it, and now that means them days that you still allowed him to speak on 4 days because you was at Queens with the district attorney, which is Mr. Judge Glenfield. He was in Queens. All of them were acting together. You can see where he was allowing the district attorney to get in, and where he wasn't allowing the defense attorneys to get in.
To rewind the case to before that testimony. How can you rewind the case? How can the jury unhear 4 days of testimony? It just can't be done.
See, and this lawyer know this just like all lawyers know it. Not just lawyers know it. I know it. You know it. Everybody know it. A blind man know it. Everybody know it. How could you tell me I seen something and you said this would happen, and you want me to re-erase it out of my memory like it never happened? It's like saying I seen a murder happen and you want me to say I didn't ever see it happen. It can't work like that. You can't get this man life is online. You accusing him of a RICO trial, a RICO case, not just a regular murder case or nothing like that, or a robbery case or anything like that. You accusing him of a RICO, racketeering RICO trial, meaning in other words, you're gonna take him away and he's gonna be gone. So tell me, how could you play around with the jury? Them 12 individuals, how could you play around with them and tell them to erase their memory on what they seen for 4 days? How? You can't. It's impossible to do that. It's impossible.
Yeah, and let me go following this up. The prosecution then files a motion yesterday.
Like, anybody should know that this is impossible.
To say you can't, meaning you, the whole group.
We're gonna get right back into it. Like, I mean, I don't understand. You know, this man fighting for his life. Not just this man, we got other young men fighting for their life too, but at the same time, the district attorney want to play around with it. You can't play around with it. How, like, you playing with a person's life? You don't have no factual evidence. Everything that you have presented already, none of it stick. And what you're trying to present with Mr. Kenny Copeland, like, is inconsistent.
Tried this case and made speeches, I think, in the courtroom that were really geared towards the media publication of the speeches. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, that's right. And by the way, my apologies. I should have started this interview out with giving a big shout out to ADA Love and ADA Hilton, because apparently they are watching our interviews. But we have not violated any of the rules. Under Rule 3.6, we are allowed to speak publicly about the information that's available to the public. We can get out there. My client is a rap performer. He's an artist. His reputation is being damaged by this trial. We're allowed to go out there and make the accurate assertion that he is innocent of this. So we've done nothing wrong. And I expect that.
In other words, the district attorney is looking for something. In other words, she looking. In other words, the district attorney is looking for something. She looking. She's searching. She looking and searching. She trying to find something. The first thing they do in the trial when they get to losing in the trial, that's what they do. Go get the looking, trying to find something. They don't want the district attorneys. The district attorneys don't want the defense attorneys speaking on it. They don't want them to quote unquote get the narrative right, or when we say set the narrative straight. They don't want them to do that because they know that their case already have some inconsistency. They already know that. The district attorney know what they know. They lose. They probably sit down and say we're gonna lose this case. They know this. And it's crazy. At the same time, these young men fighting for their life. It's a chance that you can damage their music career after this. The amount of attention they live gonna get after this, you can't redo it. That's why I say I hope that Young Thug file a lawsuit because it's setting up for one.
The judge will rule against the state here. And by the way, one last thing, this is completely in keeping with the state's efforts throughout this trial to keep the public from seeing what's going on here. They've repeatedly tried to have witnesses not televised.
Now, we saw that, and I think Law and Crime has been at the forefront trying to make sure that the public does see the witnesses. This is a public trial. It's very important because there is a problem with crime in Atlanta. There is a gang problem. Let's not make no mistake about that. But how does this trial address that when it's supposed to be the leader, Young Thug? And quite frankly, I'm not sure if I'm sitting on the jury that I've heard anything that connects either your client or Young Thug to the really shall we say, egregious charge in the case is the one of murder?
Well, I think any unbiased observer who has watched this trial, and hopefully the jury as well, has seen that so far, after 100 days of testimony, almost 100 witnesses, this has been going on before the jury since November of 23, hasn't seen evidence that YSL is a gang, hasn't seen evidence of gang activity. They may claim we are some kind of hybrid gang, but that's just the nose of wax that the gang experts can twist any way they want to. So look at the evidence that's presented. I'm fine to stand on that and say the state has not shown that YSL is a gang or that there have been any racketeering activities.
Yeah, and I'm a former prosecutor, and actually I filed civil RICO charges on some cases. So I'm very familiar with the statute. Let's go back to the beginning of this trial.
So, in other words, you can hear that she agreeing with him. She said she, a former prosecutor, she have tried several RICO cases herself. We ain't talking about nobody. Let's just go back on the show where I was telling y'all about when I was talking about reaching to the kids, mentoring to the kids, trying to give back to the kids. They don't too much just get it from a person that ain't been through nothing. They get it from a person that have been through something and experienced something. Like the same way with this young lady up here for Law and Crime. What she basically saying is she get the statute. In other words, she know it because she have tried them, and she know this ain't right. Let's get into it.
We all thought initially we're applauding Judge Glanville, except for those of us who were into the First Amendment. I'm on the rap lyrics, and that was the big issue. The rap lyrics that were going to be introduced. The rap lyrics have kind of gone by the wayside. What to you is the most egregious piece of evidence that the prosecution sought to put in that should have nothing to do with this trial? And then I'm going to ask you the other side, Doug. I'm going to ask you to be fair. What do you think is the most effective piece of evidence the prosecution has brought in that you have to rebut?
Okay. So I'm not going to let you take the rap lyrics and put those to the side because I was one of the people that really led the fight against introducing those rap lyrics. And they have been used in the trial. I think they plan on continue to use them. And I think that's the most egregious. And where I come down on these rap lyrics, unless you can show some kind of a nexus with these lyrics, it's absolutely ridiculous to.
I mean, you gotta look at it. People say all type of different stuff in rap songs that they don't mean. People talk about this and that, and they don't even live their life or what the young folks say about their life. They just put it in rap songs. That don't mean that that's what they actually are doing. They just speaking on what the culture have going at that point in time. Everybody ain't about their life and live their life. So if that's the case, if that what we coming to now? We assassinate for everybody for everything they say in their song. And there's gonna be a lot of people getting RICO trials, seem like. Like, think about it. What we leading to now?
Use them in the trial. So I think that's been the most egregious. The most effective, I think there was one day, and I can't remember the day in April, where the state listed for the jury a series of acts, a series of criminal actions that occurred in 2015. They put them up on a board and went one after the other. I don't believe they effectively tied our clients to those, but I think what they were trying to establish is that there was some type of a war going on. Not that I think that day was particularly effective, but I will give them that was probably their most effective day so far.
Yeah, and I won't throw the rap lyrics to the side. I would be singing Johnny Cash to you, but you don't want that because we all know about artists. What do you expect where do you expect the state to go next, and what do you expect the judge to rule on with regard to these motions?
Well, I really think, obviously, the state's going to oppose our motion for a mistrial, I expect, unless they're setting this up for a mistrial, because, again, their case has been going so poorly that anyone can see. I think they've had at least a half a dozen of their key witnesses, their witnesses, that they had to impeach on the stand. So when that happens, as a former prosecutor, your case is not going well. So we'll see what happens with the mistrial. I think the judge should rule for a mistrial. I don't think the judge has much choice. And I hope that the
judge don't have no choice. In other words, she don't have no choice. Why? Because the ex parte meeting that they had. That was ground for mistrial. Like, it's no other way. When they made him step down, that was ground for mistrial right there. And I'm letting them finish it on out.
Judge can see that the reason for the mistrial is that the state has goaded us into making this request.
And Doug Weinstein, I'm going to let you wrap it up. Any final thoughts that you want to tell our viewers that I have not asked you before I let you go back and continue your defense of your client, Yak Gotti?
Thank you. I have no final comments except to thank all the media for continuing to cover this case. I think it's very helpful for the public to see what's going on in that courtroom.
Thank you, Doug. Law and Crime will be staying on this case. As you know, we have been committed to this case and will be committed to this case. Hope to see you in the courtroom. I hope at some point it's before I turn 90 that the case ends. Thank you very much.
Oh, man. In other words, she's saying the case going on too long. And the case should have been handled. They should have been took care of this by now. The judge, the district attorney, everybody knew they didn't have a case. They ain't have it. They knew that they were trying to slave. Basically, they was trying to hang a man. You had the black district attorney with the black judge ready to hang a black man. And you knew you ain't had no case on it. You knew you ain't got no case on it. You knew you couldn't have your evidence that you was bringing. You knew one evidence. It was stuff that was made up, stuff that the so quote unquote detectives had put together. It was accusations and stuff were made on the people that y'all couldn't even bring forth the witness transcripts of it, saying that they got lost. They didn't have a transcript. Excuse me. But I'm working hard, y'all. And I'm gonna bring y'all some more Brian Steele. I'm gonna bring y'all some Shark. I'm gonna bring y'all some more stuff. I'm gonna bring y'all some more video. I'm gonna dig up some content. I'm gonna find some more content. I'm gonna bring it to you. Because I don't like corruption. I'm exposed to corruption because I know when I went through my situation when I was young, it was so much corruption around. There was so much corruption. It wasn't no fixing. Because you got to look at the message that you delivering to these kids. You're gonna try them with a RICO with no evidence. What if that young brother didn't have $5 million to find a good lawyer to be able to fight you out? What if he didn't have no money where he had to settle for anything? I find something so interesting to me. I never heard Judge Glenville say anything about the district attorney and the defense attorney should sit down and come up with some type of plea bargain. I ain't heard it. But just recently, the new judge come in and she said what they should be doing. Why? Some tell me that this judge, I want to give this judge an open shot. But then I know that we dealing with a chief judge that had to step down. He's not happy about that. The chief judge that had Judge Glenville that had to step down, he is not happy about that. Not one bit is he happy about that. We know this. As he a chief judge, that means that she have to be working under him. Because he's a head, she's not a chief judge. The first thing she say is some type of plea. Because I don't know, I don't know if it's against the law I'm gonna look it up, but I don't know if it's against the law for the judge to say that, but for her to say it, she can't say it. But for a person that she say coming right in, she coming in, she don't know nothing about the case, she say. She want to re-meet everybody. All the attorneys, she want to do all this, she want to meet all these people. Know who is who and what is what, phone numbers on each person, individual, all this. But what she got for it is some type of plea. Why do you want some type of plea when you know that it have been a secret ex parte meeting that went out? You know this. You know this took place. You know that there's rules and ground for a mistrial. So why would you be talking about pleading out? See the black man down. I ain't gonna make this no racist thing. Just because I say the black man down, but I'm gonna say what on how I feel. To take them down. Let them plea on out to them. Give them a good plea. So the district attorney in the traditional system that's supposed to be in Atlanta can look good still because they plead out. See, when you plead out, that means that you got to show guilt, saying that you guilty of this and I accept this. But who want to accept something that ain't done nothing? Who want to accept something that ain't done nothing? Racketeering. Rico. Who want to accept that? Think about it. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of this Woody Instagram. My next video might be about Woody. I have no problem with Woody or nothing like that. I have no problem with nobody if they take a stand on their pie. I don't have nothing to do with it. You know, it's not me personally. I'm not taking no stands. Like, you know, I don't knock what the next man do. But I don't know if his intention was to take a stand. I don't know. But I can say that the district attorney and the judge, it don't look right. It don't look good. Let me get into some of this Woody. This Woody on live.
Listen, I need advice on what I need to wear for my birthday. But I'm drinking my first shot tonight. Wait, what you got? They told me stay away from brown. Well, though I just said they just cheat me with no round tickets. No, my birthday party gonna be Saturday. Listen, appreciate it. My birthday tomorrow, but I'm gonna have a party Saturday. Yeah, I just shaved my head this morning while y'all trying to join with your ugly self. What y'all need new batteries for? The smoke detector ain't behind me. Anybody can come. Anybody can come. I'm so mad I can't make it to my man party. And for sure make it to you. Make it up to you, baby. Who your man is? You love my head. Which one you talking about? Thank you for the birthday wish. Man, somebody just... Man, I'm finna go follow you. I'm finna go live with you.
Peanut.
That nigga still cut the camera on, boy.
What you mean? My guys was trying to show you too, fool.
I might remove you. You don't want to cut the camera on, but you want to join with your...
You little peanut.
That nigga still on here? Nigga, bucket my remove.
Hey, no.
Oh, hey, man, get your
Show.
other... Nah, you don't want to cut the camera on. Get up out of here. Then it keeps stopping me from removing you, too. Your little ugly self. There you go. He left. My son hand John me. Don't want to cut that camera on either. No, he little ugly self. Man, Ubi,
bro.
yeah, nigga, get on your knees and pray. You need to clean your soul.
For what, bro? I pray every day.
So why you got me as your profile picture then?
Cause we love you, bro.
Who is we?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, at this point, I'm feel like you trolling me now, nigga.
Nigga, ain't nobody trolling you, fool.
Then look at the picture you used too. They're like a screenshot of my live.
It is a screenshot of your live.
Yeah, you full of it.
Bro, you my biggest fan, bro.
Are your biggest fan?
Hell yeah.
I ain't even know that.
I'm telling you. I be watching shit.
What you
You my biggest
do for
fan,
me to
bro.
be your biggest fan?
Huh?
What you do for me to be your biggest fan?
What you mean?
You said I'm your biggest fan.
Like your YouTubes and shit, when you in court and shit, that shit be funny.
So how am I your biggest fan?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure it out, bro.
So you funny as hell, though.
Nah, I be serious, y'all. Just take me as I'm being funny.
Why you let that woman touch you for with that one hand?
Man,
What the fuck does
we not talking about that. That shit give me a headache. Get out my line, nigga. I'm gonna catch you later.
All right, man. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Start smoking that mid too.
All right. Love, brother.
Mine told him I ain't stop smoking that meat.
What you listen to?
Your baby mama.
Nigga, I don't got no baby.
Too much.
Yep. Like I said, man, it's been good. I want to thank y'all for all the ones who subscribed, all the people that tuned in, the few people that did tune in. I thank you. You know, it's been good. I just wanted to share my opinion on about, some videos of things or whatever. But it's gonna get good. It's gonna get better. Like I was saying, make sure y'all, when y'all subscribe, come back to some of the videos and type in the comments down the video, say, hey, I subscribe. Because I'm going to be giving out something towards the 500 mark of my YouTube journey to try to build up and get the subscribers up. Maybe at 250, I might give some good. Then 500 subscribers, give something real good. And then probably at 1,000 subscribers, I might try to, wheel some good shit out, you know, some good shit out to subscribe. Give everybody an opportunity to win. Anyway, we can go on so far and so far on. So, like I said, if you like and you subscribe, make sure you start dropping in the comments that I subscribe so I can keep a track to all my subscribers and followers. Thank you. Get back with me.